in trying to build a better Department of Homeland Security together, all of us working toward the same goal. Not just security, but dignity. Security and dignity. Thank you. And I want to thank all of you for being here as we once again work together in unity to build a better border, a stronger border, a more humane border together. Fernando, thank you for bringing this incredible delegation to each one of our compañeros, fronterizos, fronterizas. Thank you for making the journey from the border to Washington, D.C., where we stand before you to tell you that this common sense piece of legislation can help transform not just our border communities, but our country, to ensure that we have government agencies that operate with the values that are foundational to the United States of America. You know, during the last couple of years, especially under the prior administration, and as I mentioned, I had the incredible privilege of serving in the House of Representatives with Senator Lujan. We took border trip upon border trip upon border trip to see for ourselves the indignities that many of our migrants were suffering, but also the challenges that our Border Patrol agents face. Make no mistake about this. This bill is not just good for border communities and migrants, but it's good for Border Patrol agents as well. During those couple of years, I spoke with a lot of our agents offline, off the record, and many of them expressed the pain, shock, and horror that they witnessed with having some of their colleagues not be held accountable. With any powerful law enforcement agency, when there's no accountability, it erodes morale, especially among those who truly want to protect and serve. And so the best way to create a strong agency, and I don't want this lost in our conversations, is to make sure that we hold accountable those who violate the promise that they make to the American public and to their institution and their agency. That has not happened. We've seen it in a shocking number of deaths, children, families. We've seen it in the description of what happened in Del Rio that the senator provided for us in his remarks. We've seen it in Facebook pages where migrants are ridiculed and laughed at, even some of the most shocking, saddening, horrifying images as they are mocked by some agents. There has to be accountability. But as the senator mentioned, there has to be voices of the border at the table as well. What border communities like El Paso and many other communities along the border have had to endure is an increase in militarization in our communities and a decrease in our voices and a decrease in with regards to what our needs are, but our solutions as well. This legislation truly represents the voices of the border because it comes from the border. It is informed by our advocates, by our families, by people for whom security is the #1 issue. No one cares more about security than those of us who live on the border, raise our families on the border, and plan on being on the border for the rest of our lives. So what we are asking for is the federal government to partner with us, to allow us to bring forward those solutions and those ideas that make us better, that make us stronger, and that never disregard the dignity of every person impacted by this very powerful, expensive system that we know as Homeland Security. So I am proud to partner with you, Senator. I'm so proud to be here with our friends, neighbors, and allies, and I look forward to ensuring that better days are ahead for all of us and that the border continues to lead. Thank you.